Hi everyone. Welcome back to my channel, Classy Agent. I know it has been a minute and I know I say that almost every vlog. Um, Typically I like to share my outdoor adventures with you guys, but honestly, the weather has been so soupy that I haven't been able to get any outdoor footage. It's literally been like 20 to 40 degree winds outside with rain every day. So I just haven't been outside in like over a week, which is really weird for me. But anyway, on with the chlorophyll. Yeah, so update with my life and my agency. It's going well, you guys. Um, I'm tickled. I haven't had a sense of success in a really long time. And so to have my agency really starting strong, I'm proud. Well, first I'm proud that God is so good because I know that it's something I've prayed for. It's something that I earnestly interceded for in my life. Um, but I'm also proud of myself because, I worked hard to get here and I found my way to success again and it feels good. So, and I think also knowing that, like, I think it's something like 92% of insurance agents quit in the first year of their agency. And it's like I'm not feeling any reason to quit because I'm starting off well. So far, I think I have about 9 policies that I've sold. And that feels good because I've only been selling policies for 3 months, 3 months and a week. So, about 7 weeks. So in 7 weeks, I've signed 9 policies. That's good. And, I'm doing the math. And if I keep growing on this trajectory, I will be making a really solid living in about 3 years. Now that is why, and I've said this before and I'll say it again, but if you're tuning in to my vlog so that you can kind of track the success of a new agent, this is why people quit though, because for the first year, you'll only be making at most a few $100s a month. So you do have to have a side income. And just to let you know, I do have a side hustle. I just started my side hustle about a month ago. And I would recommend having a side hustle, whether you work a 9 to 5 or you're self-employed. I do surveys for side hustle and, it brings in a couple hundred more extra. And so the other stuff comes from other kinds of income, which I'm not going to get into. But my point is that, yes, you're not going to earn the standard, like lower middle income living the first year you're an agent. If you're an independent agent, you're just going to have to wait until you build that residual income, which takes a while. So be patient with yourself. But yeah, so, what was I saying? Yeah, it takes time to build up the residual income. So I can attribute a lot of my newer success to being an independent agent for, a company, which I'm not going to go into all the details of the company because I think everyone has to find their own niche. So for me, there's one specific company that sends me a lot of referrals. And then the other area that I'm getting a lot of referrals is just people who are already my customers. And I guess they're happy with me. So they're telling their friends about me. And a lot of my income is coming in from that. So I would say that a huge part of succeeding from my experience is word of mouth too. Like if your customers are happy with you, then they're going to tell other people, hey, I've got this great insurance agent. You should call her. And I always suggest, that I'm open for referrals. So they know that. Yeah, I mean, just do a good job, and I think what's important with customer service is to be kind, but also firm. Because nobody loves a pushover. They might like the benefit of it, but it's not going to do your business any good. So, if I can't provide a service, I tell them no. And if they're not eligible for insurance, then, I just have to let them down easy and be polite about it. But also, like, I'm willing to have just like small talk, and sometimes it's big talk, if you know what I mean. Like, people sign up for insurance a lot of times because they're in the middle of a bit of a life crisis. And I have noticed that when I'm very kind and I offer a listening ear, it really goes a long way when people feel heard and understood and validated. And you don't want to get too toxic with that, meaning that you're letting people walk on you, or you're getting too deep into the weeds of their trauma or whatever. Like, I know my lines, and you got to know your lines, your boundary lines of like, well, that's probably something you should talk to a therapist about, or maybe even a lawyer. But, but if a lot of people come in with woes, about how their last company, canceled their insurance, or they can't afford their current insurance, just things like that. And they have a whole story around it, and they're very upset. And so I think just listening and saying, that does sound really hard, and let's see if we can come up with a solution for that. Like, it goes so far. And I think the way you make people feel is what's going to make them want to refer people to you. So if you're warm and helpful, but also firm and boundaried, then people will want to send you their business. So, referrals, I mean. So anyway, that's what I have to share. Just wanted to drop in and wish you a Merry Christmas. I'm in my Christmas outfit today. I love this. I just bought this vest and shirt, and this whole thing just goes together, and I just feel so festive. So, happy holidays to you guys, and I will see you soon in my next video.